What's up YouTube, it's Todd Horst here with Tasty Tracker, and today I'm going to do a quick video on how to get options approved in your Robinhood account. Here we're in my wife's Robinhood account, and we can see the settings. If you go to account and then click on settings and then click on this last tab, that might bring you up to the account tab. It may or jump you right to here. Either way, you want to make sure you're on this last tab, settings. And then you're going to scroll down. This is actually the second section. The first section has all my wife's details, so I'm not going to be showing that. But anyway, the stuff that you fill in, the questions that you filled in during your account creation are something like these top two, or maybe just this top section. But that can still be changed now if you need to. So we can see here that my wife's employed, she's married to me, and we have 2 kids. Here's where it really changes for options trading. These numbers need to be high enough that Robinhood feels comfortable giving you an account with increased risk, okay? So if you only have $2 to your name, options are very powerful. They're not going to give you the ability to trade, especially not how I trade, which is using spreads, selling spreads. And so that will definitely not allow you to trade the way I will trade, which I believe is actually safer than buying calls for a lot of reasons. You can watch some of my historical videos. But anyway, here are the settings that we have. So liquid amount of cash is about $200,000. Net worth is $1 million. Yearly income is over 1 but under 2. And so you don't necessarily have to choose these exact numbers, but having them somewhere in that range is definitely going to make it easier for you to get approved. Okay, this is especially the critical part down here, the investment. The goal is speculative trading, and the timeline is as long as you can pick. The experience level is to say that you are very experienced. Options trading experience, again, is as much as you can pick. The risk tolerance, they'll ask you a question that says, the global stock market crashes, and what do you do during that decline? And your choices are to sell all of it and run, which anybody that knows anything about investment, that is the worst choice. Never pick that. Sell some is still bad an idea. The best idea, obviously, is to keep all that you have and buy more. So this is, these are not untrue for me, but the point is you may need to inflate a little bit on some of these in order to get approved. Risk tolerance, like I said, is extremely risky if you're wanting to do with options. Liquidity, that could actually be not important. Because that shouldn't matter. Down here is DRIP, dividend reinvestment. That has nothing to do with what we'll be doing here, at least not until I hit 10K. So what I do is I bring an account to 10K. I'm not sure what number I just said, to 10K. Then I start buying stocks with the profit from the options. But my primary vehicle is options. The stocks are just as a fail-safe, that if I lose out on all my options positions, I'm not starting off from zero again. And when we get to that point, we'll want to have DRIP available. What that does is that will reinvest any dividends that we receive and reinvest that back into the account. So if you're interested in what stocks I hold long-term, I have a video about my long-term investments. They're all just ETFs. That way, if one company comes and goes, it's not going to blow up my account. And then I'm looking for generally increasing over time. I do have some dividend ETFs there. Man, keeps kicking me out. Anyway, so that's it. So let's go ahead and get options trading here. We'll hit continue. We don't provide advice to other people as part of our job. We're not professional traders. And then we're not a regulator or have any involvement with any CEOs of public companies, etc., just the standard vanilla person. So here we're going to say we have the most options experience. And then for spreads, again, this is what I almost do exclusively. So we want to say we've entered it before and know how to. Okay, so then this is just the summary of all of our settings. Hit OK here, review, and accept. Boom. Okay, so that was all real time. I didn't speed the video up or anything. So you're all set to start trading options. And then we want to look down here to buying and selling spreads. Selling spreads is the key one here. Again, I don't buy spreads. I don't buy calls or puts. I do occasionally do covered calls. That is nice to do, especially again once we get over 10K. Once we get enough stock, then we can start selling covered calls against them if we want to. And actually, yeah, we'll start off by selling cash secured puts on a position that I want to get into calls. But typically I don't do that because I just start buying shares as I can afford them with the profits from selling spreads. Okay, so now that we see selling spreads down here, we can hit done. And now we're back to where we're at. Yeah, that was all it took to get options approval with selling spreads on Robinhood, and it was instant. So I didn't have to chat with anybody, etc. So again, if you like this kind of content, please subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, where I post charts daily. Follow me on my website, tastytracker.com, where to sign up is free. There is a pro tier if you want, but I don't hassle or nag you with any emails or pop-ups or ads or anything like that. And so there's most of the site is free. It allows you to track your positions and your stocks and see where you're profitable and where you're not, so you can continually hone your skills. We have a community of traders there, which also share their trades, so you can get a lot of ideas that way as well. Anyway, thanks, and I'll talk to you next time.